Hi everyone, this is Dave from Geekanoids, and this is my full review of the mid-2011 Apple MacBook Air. You can see my little MacBook Air just sitting off to the left of me here. Now, Apple recently upgraded the MacBook Air range to include Core i5 and Core i7 processors. Still available in the two sizes. This is an 11-inch MacBook Air, and you can also get a 13-inch MacBook Air as well. Now, just to cover off the prices with you first of all, the 11-inch one comes with a Core i5 processor, 1.6 GHz in speed, and then you get either 2 or 4 GB of RAM and 64 GB or 128 GB of flash storage as well. So there's no sort of moving hard drive in these laptops. And those two 11-inch models come in at £849 or £999 in the UK. Now, the two 13-inch models, very similar specifications, except they've got 1.7 GHz Core i5 processors and either 128 GB of flash storage or 256 GB of flash storage, and they both come with 4 GB of RAM, and they're coming in at £1,099 or £1,349. Well, this is what you would term the sort of top-end 11-inch model. And I'm going to give you a closer look at this now and let you know what I like about it, what I dislike, and then give you my overall opinion of this tiny Apple laptop. So the first thing I want to show you is the MacBook Air Open. This is the 11-inch version, and this has got a 16:9 format screen. You do lose some pixels over the 13-inch version, but the 13-inch screen is a squarer format. It's actually 16:10. So this is a lot more true to real widescreen, and it just works a lot better. It looks in proportion. Now, I want to also show you the quality of the screen as well. Now, this is a glossy screen. It is reflective, but compared to the MacBook Pros, they seem to have done something different with these screens, and I really like it because you can avoid reflections a lot easier than on the MacBook Pros. Now, I normally work at this brightness. I just want to put this up to full brightness just to give you an idea of how bright that goes. Very, very bright, very evenly lit screen, so I'm really pleased with the screen on this. I also like the snappiness. Now, this has got a 1.6 GHz dual core Intel Core i5 processor. You can custom build this to a Core i7 processor running at 1.8 GHz. It's going to cost you about an extra £150, but even on the 1.6 GHz processor, it is very snappy. I'm going to show you some of the multi-touch gestures on this really nice trackpad as well. Now, these are new to OS X line, but you can use 4 fingers and actually sweep between screens. So I've got another browser open here, and if I go all the way over to the left, it goes over to my dashboard. If I had more full screen apps or screen set up, I could scroll left and right even more. We've also got this new, I think it's called Launch Control or Mission Control. Get it right, Mission Control. Swipe up with 4 fingers and we're into Mission Control. Swipe down and we're back out. And what Mission Control does is it just allows you to get access to your screens, windows and running applications really easily. And this is really suited to the small screen laptop as well. It works really well. Now, there's also Launchpad, which if we pinch in, it gives us an interface similar to what we've been used to on the iPad and the iPhone and iPod Touch, where we can click on these applications. We can even drag one on top of the other and it creates a folder. How cool is that? We can name the folder as well. For some reason it's called it video, but let's call this speed test utilities, and then we can click out and we can drag another one in and keep all of our applications organized similar to what we do on iOS devices with folders, and we can sweep between screens as well. And then to get rid of it, we just pinch them away like so, and we're back to the Mac OS X desktop. So the actual performance of this is brilliant. Really pleased. Now, the other thing that's good is that we've got the flash storage in here, similar to an SSD drive. It's direct connection to the motherboard, really fast flash storage, 128 GB as standard, and if you add £250 to your order, you can get 256 GB of storage, but that is a big premium to pay for double the amount of storage. Now before I close the laptop up and show you in closed mode, I just want to show you this keyboard as well. With the keyboard on this latest generation of MacBook Airs, they've actually added in the backlighting as well, so we can light those keys up. So in a dark area, if you're working in a darkened room, you can have the keyboard all lit up. Now you can either turn it up and down in brightness with these keys at the top here, or you can set it to an automatic backlit keyboard, which when the sensor picks up you're in a dark room, it will automatically light the keyboard. So I like that a lot. I like the overall snappiness. There's a lot of likes in this video, I'm really sorry, and not really very many negatives. I want to show you it closed as well, so let's show you how fluid the motion is on that screen. Very, very smooth, sort of almost snap shut, but very secure shut now. So in its closed format, it really is super thin still. Now this has got a case on. People do criticise me for reviewing stuff in a case, but I want to show you how I use it, not how somebody who just carries around a naked laptop uses it. And I always put my devices in some sort of case, so I wanted to show you how thin this is if you select your case appropriately. And this is a very, very thin plastic case, and we've still got a super thin laptop. We've got a USB port on this side, with that Thunderbolt connection for displays and high-speed data devices. We've got a nice black hinge on the back, and on this side here we have got another USB 2 socket. We've got that MagSafe connector for charging, earphone input, and the microphone. Now whilst I'm on the subject of connectivity, this is one of the negatives that I find with the 11-inch version at least, is that you lose the SD memory card slot on the side. And I would also like to see another USB socket, possibly a USB 3. I think it's a shame they didn't include USB 3. Let's look at the front again. Super thin. Look at how thin that is. Now I've got my iPhone here as well. This is my iPhone 4. Let me just turn this to the side and put my iPhone on. Look at how thick or thin that is compared to the iPhone. Absolutely amazing that you've got an 11-inch laptop, only a little bit thicker than the iPhone 4. So this is the MacBook Air, albeit in orange because I've got it in a case. Absolutely fantastic, don't think you can fault it, and I'm really pleased with how this has been working for me. So I'm sure you'll agree with me that this 11-inch version of the new MacBook Air is a fantastic machine. Not only does it perform very well, but it's ultra portable and really does look the part. I'm really happy that I went for this 11-inch version over the 13-inch version. If you do need a few more pixels on the screen than the 13-inch version's there's also a rumoured 15-inch version coming up. Probably not a MacBook Air, but certainly an ultra-thin laptop like this, but with a 15-inch screen. I'll be certainly interested to see if that does come to fruition anytime soon. Well, thanks very much for watching this review. I'll see you all again in the next video.